Did you know that there is strength in numbers? It's not that numbers are everything. Sometimes quality is more important than quantity. But if you want to get quality, you need to have a lot of quantity. Because in the multiplicity of quantity, you're able to create quality. When you repeat certain things over and over again, you do it, you try this, you try that, eventually you become better. In the book of Exodus, we read about Israel in chapter 1, verses 7 and 9b, the following. But the people of Israel were fruitful and increased greatly. They multiplied and grew exceedingly strong, so that the land was filled with them. Behold, the people of Israel are too many and too mighty for us. The Israelites were fruitful. They increased greatly. They multiplied, and they grew exceedingly strong. Do you see the connection between multiplication and exceedingly strong? Actually, in 9b, it says that there are too many and too mighty for us. So when you have more of people in this case, you're mightier. It's so important that you and I look at children as a blessing of God. First of all, God commanded us to multiply. Then when we do multiply, He says we are blessed. We are rewarded of the Lord. It's a reward for us when you and I can have children. It's a real reward, real blessing for us. It's not like a lot of people are looking at children, a financial drain. Children are not a financial drain. You as a parent decide how much money they will drain out of you. You decide whether you will allow them to control your pocketbook or whether you will control your pocketbook. Really, children need more love. They spell that time, T-I-M-E. So you need to spend time with them, training them, praying for them, guiding them, disciplining them, whatever you need to do to help them to raise up, to become strong. But the more children you have, the better it will be for you. There are people who had a lot of children. Like God has blessed us with 6 children, and in an age between the first one was born in 1990, and then one was born in 2010, so about 20 years difference. Just imagine, I had 20-year-old and then just born child. And I'll have that born child for quite a while with me. It's a blessing. I won't be alone in the home. I won't complain about an empty nest. I'll have somebody, a human being that I can love, that I can take care of, that I can influence for God, that can love me by hugging me, kissing me, smiling. I remember when Deborah was just a little small, learning to walk, you know, she would be in a high chair and she would see me and she would do, She wanted me to take her, and then she wanted me to walk her. She wanted to spend time with me, and if I didn't, she would be angry. She would be upset. It gave me joy to give of my time to her. It was a real blessing. You know, there is a blessing in numbers. According to some statistics in Canada, in 1981, 6 people worked for 1 pensioner. In other words, there were 6 employed for 1 retired person. By 2020, there will be 3 workers working and 1 employed. In some countries, like in Serbia, for example, there is only 1 full-time worker for 1 pensioner. What does that mean? That means that person, 1 person, has to work for 2. That means that the pensioner will get really little money and hardly survive, would not even pay for his or her essentials, because not enough people are contributing to the pension fund. And just imagine since abortion became legal in the States, according to some numbers, almost 80 million people were killed. 80 million people. One of the greatest devastations to Western society today, not only in North America but in Western Europe, is lack of people. They say we won't have enough people working, not only to pay for the retired, but to grow the economy. Just imagine if those 80 million people were not killed, if they stayed alive. We wouldn't have worried today about depression, recession, slack of the economy, lack of funds to pay for the pensioners. Just think of India and China. They have so many people, and because they have so many people, they have so many creative ideas. They can start so many businesses. They can start all kinds of things that can innovate and produce results for them in their countries. If you as an army commander have a larger army, you have greater success, greater possibility of succeeding. If you as a family have more money in your pocket, you have less stress in your life. If you as a family have more children in the house, there is more joy, there is more peace, there is more love. There are more people you can love. There are more people that can love you back. There are more people that help you out. In our ministry, for example, every month when the mailing needs to be sent out, all of our children come and they do it in 1 or 2 days. Send a mail. I mean, it will take a secretary a whole week, maybe 2 weeks to do it. And they do it in 1 or 2 days, and then as a reward, they order a whole wheat vegetarian pizza. We order that and they have fun. I could not have done it without their assistance. Not only that, but as they grow, as they're becoming bigger, we have what we call every Friday night, about 3 to 5 hours of mastermind family meetings where we discuss the scriptures, where we discuss the issues of the day and issues of each member of the family. And we make plans for ourselves as a group, as a family, and for individuals. And it really helps each one of us to make better choices in our lives, to go further, more successfully. We are not alone. God wants you to look at your children as a blessing from God, which they really are. So look at them as such. And if you're young,